right. I mean, I don't know. I think my focus is a little off here, but that's okay. I'm going to go forward, power through. So today I'm going to be talking to you about a question that I've been getting probably for the past like 4 months. Is am I going to be teaching next year? So, for those of you who don't know, my name is Michelle Mahoney, and I have been a teacher for the last 6 years. Now, I was in a brick and mortar school for the past 6 years, but since 2019, I started teaching online. And when I started teaching online, a whole new world of possibilities and opportunities came to me. And so I fell in love. I worked for a company called VIP Kid teaching ESL for students in China, and I'm still technically with them today. I do not teach as much with them, but I do still love my students there. And when they reach out to me to want to book a class with me, I do try to do everything I can to book classes with them because I truly enjoy it so much. But now, if you have been watching the news or seen some headlines, China is trying to actually ban some of the tutoring programs and things like that that are going on. And so that is kind of why before the headlines even hit, I knew that, you can't put all of your eggs in one basket. Everyone's heard that quote before. And so I have been actually working with this company called OutSchool for the past, oh my gosh, technically I've been teaching on there since February of 2021, but I actually signed up and started my whole journey with them in May of 2020 when the whole pandemic hit. But I still worked in the school. And so now this past June 2021, I finished my schooling with my school in town. And then lots of people were asking me, are you coming back? Are you staying with our public school system? Are you going back to your old school? What are you doing? Are you teaching next year? What are you doing? And so I'm here to debunk all of the things and tell you what's going on. And so my short answer is yes, I will be teaching next year. My longer answer is I will not be teaching in your typical brick and mortar, go to the school and follow that kind of schedule and those types of things. It is definitely a tricky decision to make. I truly love teaching and I do love being in the classroom and I love having my students. There are lots of things that I do love about it, and there are other things that I would prefer to do on my own and have more flexibility and time and opportunities to do other things as well with my teaching. And so what I've discovered is that teaching online offers me a whole entire world of all these other things that I love to do so much. And one of those things is having my own business and being an entrepreneur. It's amazing to say out loud finally. I felt like I had to hide that for so long because I wasn't ready to say it to the world, but now I am, and I am passionate about that. And I love having other teachers be able to find these journeys, whether or not you want to become a full-time online teacher or you just want to do it as a side gig, or maybe you're retired but you still want to teach and you're not quite sure what to do. Online teaching is not for everybody, of course, just like teaching in a building is not for everybody, right? I don't ever want to become a surgeon or a doctor because that's just not my thing, right? But teaching online has so many different opportunities and aspects to it. And so what I'm going to be doing is, yes, I'm going to be teaching next year, but I'm going to be teaching in maybe a different manner than some people think or have known for me up until this point. And so I'm super excited to continue my online teaching journey, and even more so, building my online business and brand, which is helping teachers become teachers online and make their separate incomes and passive incomes and just extra income depending on who you are and what you're doing. So there's just so many online opportunities out there, and I really just feel like it's not being talked about enough. And so I really want to be that person that can share these things with you, because if you're a mom like myself and you have some young babies at home like I do, you may be in the same position where I am, where it's you don't want to lose your career, you want to teach, but you don't want to miss out on your babies growing up, and you want to be there for them, and you want to teach them too at home, and you want to be able to, pick them up from school and bring them to school and not miss any activities that are going on in their life, or, trying to get work off for parent-teacher conferences or calling in sick so you can make the recital and all those things. For me personally, those are things that it was always a weight on my mind, and I was always worrying about that. And am I going to be there for them? Are they going to see me when they get home? My lifestyle growing up, my mom was in the school system. She was a teacher. And so it was tricky because she had to work the same hours that I was in school. And when I got home from school, she didn't work in our town. She worked further away. So when my little brother came home from school, it was my responsibility to pick him up from the bus and do his homework with him and be there with him. And it's fine. I'm not like saying that it was a horrible life or anything, but I want to be able to be home with my babies and still have a career and be flexible and go to the beach if I want to go to the beach, or go to the zoo if I want to go to the zoo. And I want to take my son to his baby mommy and me classes and go to the library. And yeah, that's not for everybody, but that is what I want to do. And I know that online teaching can help in so many other ways for so many other people. And so that's what I want to do, is I want to help other teachers find their passion, earn the extra income, help other teachers out. Whatever it is that you want to do, I want to help you do that, because I have learned so much in this online digital age, especially of teaching. And, I think before I got to this place, it was kind of that thing like, well, I can't possibly do teaching as my brand or work online because teaching's in a classroom, and like that, you can't do that from home. And I was kind of stuck in that mindset. And so I tried a lot of different other things. And there are things that I am passionate about, but not as passionate that I am about teaching. And so I finally, through mentors and people I've talked to online and all my online girlfriends and all that, I've discovered that like there's nothing you can't do. You can teach from home. You can earn a full-time income. You can still have a 401k. You can still have savings. You can still pay your taxes. You can still do all the things that, other people will tell you, well, you can't fully work online because what about your taxes? And what about your 401k? What about your retirement plan? And what about this? What about healthcare? All of those things are still obtainable. They really, really are. Having a quote unquote job or a pension or whatever, a place, of course, those things are important. It's important to have benefits and to protect your family and do all those things. But it's not the only option. You don't have to sign up at a public school to have those benefits. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm understanding that may not be as easy because you're not just going to a human resource office and filling everything out and then they do the rest for you. I get that that's a lot easier, but you can still do it on your own as an independent contractor as well. And so I just want to put that out there. I'm, again, not saying it's easy. I get that. It's a little bit more work and you have to figure things out a little bit further, but it is possible. And so I don't want people to have those intention or those thoughts in their head thinking, well, this is impossible and I can't possibly do this, and my husband doesn't think this is a good idea. Come talk to my husband. He knows all about that, but he's seen it now and he gets it now, and my husband is seeing that I am making even more than I was when I was working outside of the home, and that's financially, and I'm working way less. And for me, it doesn't even feel like work because I love it so much. I love being able to be online and teach students from all over the world. And I love also being able to help other teachers and make curriculum. And, I love when my phone dings on Etsy when I've sold a lesson to somebody else who can use it. And it's amazing the things that you can do when you just have to, find your passion and put yourself out there and do it. And if you're not sure where to start, well, that's why I'm doing my thing over here, so I can help you start, because I've already done the legwork. I've already done the crying. I've already done the courses and reaching out to people and figuring out everything and making YouTube videos and editing YouTube videos and all the things. So I've already done the legwork. And so my job now for me is to now reach out to you and make things in the most simple, basic way that I could possibly tell you. And I also want to make it clear that even though I still use some of the cliche, corny things like you can do it and you've got this, and I truly believe those things, but I don't want to make it always so corny. I want to make this something for you that is, what can I say? It's relatable is what I want to say, but it's also like, if you just follow the step-by-step instructions, exactly what I say to do, you can totally do this too. And I've taken a lot of courses out there. Some of them are fantastic. Some of them are a lot of, fluff and fillers that are saying like, all right, you can do this if you just, write down these 3 things and follow this daily affirmation and make sure you meditate and then do this. And like, there's nothing wrong with those things, but if you want action steps, action taking steps, that's what I'm going to give you. And so I do have a course coming up soon, and I'm so super excited to release it. And in that course, it is very like basic follow through instructions, step-by-step actions that you can take that will actually get you further and going to be where you want to be. And it's not going to be fluff. It's going to be action steps. Like, if you want to know how to do this, here is how you get there. Because I know for me, I did so much research and, finding out different people and watching a lot of YouTube channels and taking the courses and doing the things. And it was like, it just wasn't exactly what I wanted it to be. I wanted someone to just say, hey, if you want to sell digital items on Etsy or Teachers Pay Teachers, this is what you do. First, you have to create it. Then you have to promote it. Then you have to post it. All these things. Like, I wanted to follow by step-by-step instructions, and I feel like I couldn't find anything about exactly how I would want it presented to me. And so that is why I decided to make this course, because I want it to be something that somebody could say, hey, let me go in. Of course, there's going to be some inspiration because everybody needs that inspiration, the motivation, but then there's action steps of saying, hey, here is what you do if this is what you want. Bam. Okay, hey, I want to talk to Michelle directly about a certain specific idea or question. Here is a time frame that we can do that. Bam. These things are going to be included in the course so that you can actually get the things that you need from me that are specific to you and your situation, because not everybody's situation is the same. And I already have a course out there that's called Creating Classroom Content that will tell you how to make all your digital materials. Now, this is not just for online teachers. Anyone that's maybe a new teacher or you're a brick and mortar teacher that you just want to be able to create digital lessons because it's easy to go and print it, or maybe you're sending it to your students' iPads or whatever it is that you're doing, I can show you exactly how to do those things. So I want you to be able to have access to that, and I want to be able to help you move further. And so for me, what I am thinking is, if you are a teacher of any aspect out there, of any, platform or company or whatever, if you're creating anything at all, even props, if you're creating it once, why would you not put it on a platform that other teachers can buy and use, and then you can create and generate passive income? Passive income, that means that you're doing something once and then you're still making money off of it forever. Like, who wouldn't want that? I don't know anybody that doesn't want that. So you can create a digital product, put it online for other teachers to be able to use, and then bam, you'll be sleeping and earning money. Like, it's not rocket science, right? Like, hello, it's the best. And you're helping other people, because some teachers don't have the time or don't want to make the digital items, and they just want to be able to print it and buy it and do their thing, and that's totally fine too. So I just want to give you the outlet and the resources to be able to get you where it is that you want to be in life, and know that it is possible, because it is. And I've done it. I've done the legwork. And so that is where I am today. So I will be teaching next year. I'll be teaching as long as I can talk and vocalize it. And I just might be doing it in a little bit different aspects. Like, I might be teaching children in China, and then I might be teaching children in Hawaii and London and New Zealand. Like, these are all kids that I've taught recently this past week. It's amazing. Like, I will probably never go to New Zealand, right? But I have students that are in New Zealand. Like, how cool is that? That's really cool to me. I love it. My class the other day, I had someone from, maybe that's what it was. It was from New Zealand and Singapore and Hawaii. Like, all at the same time in the same class. Like, what? You can't get that in Massachusetts, where I live. So, I mean, maybe they're from there, but they're not actually in those places. Like, we're all in our own time zones and online meeting together. So freaking cool. I can't. All right, I know I'm a geek, but yeah, so that's why I'm here. That's why I have my YouTube platform, and I will be teaching. So I'm not only teaching students, but I'm also teaching adults and pretty much people of all ages, and it's super fun and exciting. And so I can't wait, and I hope that I can help you with whatever your journey is and whatever I can do for you. If you're not already in my teachers group, please consider joining my teacher group. It's for all online teachers everywhere because I feel like there's not a lot of support out there for online teachers collectively as an entire group. So it doesn't matter what your company is. Maybe you're with OutSchool or VIP Kid or GoGo Kid or Magic Ears or, oh my gosh, I don't even know. There's so many out there now, right? But my group is for all online teachers because I feel like we all have something to add and contribute to the online teaching world. And even if you don't make your own lesson plans, you might be making your own props, and you can still benefit and help other teachers with knowing how to make your own props and doing all those kinds of things and being able to use the TPR in the classroom. Like, that's still beneficial across all online teaching. And maybe, you know, meeting certain objectives and standards, like we can all talk about that together in a collective group. And so that's what my teaching group is all about. It's about all online teachers coming together and being there for each other, because when the pandemic hit, there was so much confusion about what we should be doing, what we shouldn't be doing, what about preschool classes, what about grad classes, like all over the map. And I just feel like, I know for me, and I've talked to other people now, there wasn't really an outlet to go to, and there wasn't people to ask specific questions or kind of bounce ideas off each other, especially when you're in lockdown. Like, you can't just go and meet at Starbucks and have a coffee and talk about things. Like, it wasn't like that. You had to like set up Zooms and doing all these things. And I think also people just didn't know how to reach out about it. So I'm super excited about this group. So if you're not already in it, it's in the description down below. If you have any questions about the things I'm talking about in this video, or you want to reach out to me, comment down below, or you can email me at michelle@michellemahoneyonline.com. And if you want to set up a special one-on-one session, you can also do that on my website, michellemahoneyonline.com. That's my website. So go ahead and check that out as well. I really hope this video gave you at least some inspiration. It tells everyone that's been asking me what I'm doing next year, what I'm doing. And so I'm super excited for everybody to go on their online journey. And if you have any questions, please, please, please reach out to me. I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one.